Chapter 6, War Games. The moaning after their arrival at Midnight's lair came too soon. The group had barely slept, the unease of what lay ahead gnawing at them like a bad case of fleas. Chip was the first to rise, shaking off the remnants of sleep and glancing around the dark warehouse-turned-bunker. Midnight had been up all night, tinkering with something at the back of the room, some sort of elaborate contraption made from scavenged parts and old dog toys. "Good morning, sunshine," Midnight greeted without turning around, clearly aware of Chip's every movement. "Ready for your first day of training?" "Training?" Chip asked, rubbing his eyes with his paws. "You didn't mention anything about training." Midnight grinned, finally standing and wiping grease from their paws. "Well, if you want to survive the next wave of Zoomies or worse, you'll need to learn how to handle yourselves. Can't just rely on good looks and sarcasm, you know." Dexter, who had been snoozing in the corner on a pile of squeaky toys, sat up abruptly. "Wait. Did someone say training? Like, actual physical exercise?" Lola, already stretching out her legs, shot him a look. "What did you think was going to happen, Dex? Midnight's gonna give us magical powers or something?" Bella, scrolling through her phone while perched on a broken stool, added, "It'd be easier if we just had lasers for eyes." "Just saying." "Lasers? Really?" Chip muttered. "Can we at least try to be serious for 5 minutes?" Midnight chuckled, tossing a ball at Chip. "You'll want to hold on to that sense of humor. It might be the only thing keeping you sane by the time we're done." "So what exactly does this training involve?" Chip asked, eyeing the ball suspiciously. Midnight walked over to a large board on the wall, which was covered in diagrams and sketches that looked like they were drawn by someone on their 5th cup of coffee. "We need to teach you how to outsmart the Zoomies. They're fast, but speed isn't everything. If you know how to anticipate their moves, you'll have a fighting chance. Plus, we'll work on building your stamina." Dexter groaned loudly. "Stamina? Oh, no. That sounds like exercise. I'm allergic to exercise." Midnight raised an eyebrow. "You're allergic to a lot of things, aren't you?" "Yes. Exercise, manual labor, responsibility." Dexter trailed off as he lay back down, trying to ignore the impending doom. Lola nudged him with her paw. "Come on, drama queen. This could actually be fun." "Fun?" Dexter shot her a horrified look. "Lola, your definition of fun is skewed." "All right, enough," Midnight interrupted, clapping their paws together. "We don't have time for bickering. The Zoomies won't wait for us to get our act together." Chip sighed. Okay. What's FRST?" Midnight grinned. "First, we test your reflexes." Bella raised an eyebrow, finally putting her phone down. "How?" Midnight pulled out a remote from their pocket, pressing a button. The floor beneath them began to shift, opening up to reveal a large obstacle course. There were tunnels, hurdles, moving platforms, and most disturbingly giant foam balls suspended from ropes, swinging precariously. "What the hell is that?" Chip stammered, staring at the chaotic mess in front of him. "This is my training ground," Midnight said proudly. Their tail wagging ever so slightly. "It's designed to test your agility, speed, and ability to dodge. If you can make it through this course, you'll be able to handle the Zoomies." Dexter looked like he was about to pass out. "There's no way. I'm not cut out for this. I'm more of a sit on the couch and watch TV kind of dog." "Which is exactly why you need this the most," Lola said, smirking as she stretched, already preparing to give the course a go. Bella stepped forward, eyeing the course like a contestant on a game show. "LL go first. Let's get this shit over with." Midnight smirked, pressing another button on the remote. "Good luck." The course sprang to life. The tunnels whirred, the platforms started moving. And the giant foam balls swung with surprising force. Bella, her eyes narrowed in focus, bolted forward. One of the tunnels the course with precision. But just as she dodged the first swinging ball, leaped over a hurdle, and slid through dodge with grace. The others watched in awe as she navigated the carré WH. She was nearing the end, one of the moving platforms sped up, catching her off guard. She yelped as she missed a jump, tumbling into a pile of foam blocks. "Damn it!" Bella cursed, picking herself up and glaring at Midnight. "Not bad," Midnight said, walking over to her. "But you've got to anticipate the changes. The course is designed to mess with you." Bella grumbled, shaking foam out of her fur. "Mess with me? It almost killed me." Dexter's face was pale. "Yeah, I'm definitely not doing this. You're up next, Dexter, Midnight said with a mischievous grin. Dexter's eyes widened in horror. Me? But, no buts, Midnight interrupted. Get on the course. Dexter groaned, dragging his paws as he approached the starting line. If I survive this, I'm drinking straight from the toilet and none of you can stop me. Chip and Lola exchanged amused glances, knowing full well that Dexter was about to provide some much-needed comic relief. As soon as Midnight hit the button, Dexter took off, if you could call it that. He stumbled over the first hurdle, barely avoiding a faceplant, and crawled through the tunnel like a dog who'd just woken up from a nap. When the foam balls started swinging, Dexter yelped and flailed, narrowly avoiding getting smacked in the face. By the time he reached the moving platforms, he was panting heavily. He made a half-hearted attempt to jump, but his timing was off, and he ended up splashing into a pool of foam blocks. Well, that was something, Chip said, trying to stifle a laugh. Dexter pulled himself out of the foam, gasping for breath. I think I'm okay. Lola smirked. You'll live. Midnight shook their head, walking over to the group. Not bad for a first attempt. But you're gonna need to do a lot better if you want to survive the real thing. Dexter groaned from the ground. I hate every part of this. Chip stepped forward, his expression determined. My turn. Midnight gave a nod. Go for it. Chip took a deep breath, sizing up the course. He was ready. As soon as the course started, he was off. He ducked under the swinging foam balls, leaped over the hurdles with ease, and slid through the tunnels like a pro. But when he reached the moving platforms, things got tricky. Chip hesitated for just a second, and that was all it took for the platform to shift. He tried to jump, but was too early. And he stumbled, landing awkwardly in a pile of foam. Ugh, so close, Chip muttered, pulling himself out of the foam. Midnight clapped their paws. Good effort. You're all getting the hang of it. But we've still got a long way to go. Bella, shaking the foam from her fur again, sighed. So, how long is this training going to last? Midnight grinned. As long as it takes. You guys need to be in top shape before the next wave of Zoomies hits. Dexter groaned. Can't we just bribe them with munchies or something? Chip shook his head. I don't think Zoomies care about munchies, Dexter. Midnight chuckled. No, they don't. With that, the gang resigned themselves to a long day of training, knowing that this was just the beginning. The Zoomies were out there, and they weren't going to stop until they were ready.